Yo, what's Gucci, guys? Today we're gonna be doing a tier list about the most extroverted enneagram subtypes. And by extroverted, I don't mean how outgoing and social you are. I mean in a sense of big five. Okay, so the facets of extroversion in big five would be friendliness, cheerfulness, excitement seeking, activity level, gregariousness, and assertiveness. Okay, so those we judge them by those facets, okay? Because I think, obviously, Big Five has clinical validity, okay? Now, before we do that, listen, you're watching this shit in your basement and you're not even subscribed. You're not subscribed, you think you can just fucking stroll here and do whatever you want, not be part of the gang. No, that's not how this works. Hit the fucking subscribe button. And besides the subscriptions, guys, I appreciate all of my coffee supporters. And again, if you guys are interested in getting typed by me, aka in a questionnaire, which by the way, questionnaires are really not reliable. So if you want something more reliable, you should do a video call. And if you want access to shorts and shit like that, again, daily DMs with me, make sure to become a member on my coffee. S tier, which is can be 30-30. That's the basically maximum score. They can reach 30-30. Here, I would definitely go with the most obvious choice, which is the sexual 2. Sexual 2, aka ESC, activity level, fucking high as shit. Gregariousness, high as shit. Friendliness, high as shit. They're very welcoming, very warm. They know how to appear that way. Very excitement seeking, right? And they can be quite assertive. So again, this is a no-brainer. Sexual 2 belongs on top of your mom. Maybe there's gonna be a SP2 in the comment section, kind of trying to be like, no, this doesn't fit that well. I'm just, a baby in the fucking whatever. Please take care of me, daddy. Either way, they're still ESCs and they're still very warm, they're very cheerful, they're very nice. Again, think about, I said very nice and then I wanted to say Regina George, which is not very nice. She is a bitch, but she's extremely extroverted. She's extremely, she can be very joyful, expressive, gregarious, fucking center of attention. Again, guys, Enneagram 2 is very histrionic type, especially sexual 2. And as self-preservation too, they're going to be histrionic, they're going to be very expressive, they're going to be very outgoing and people-oriented, okay? So, easy peasy, lemonade squeezy. Now, after that, I was kind of struggling. I'm like, okay, we need more types than 2 types in the S tier. So I was thinking I'm going to put social 8. And I was arguing with my friends. We were all kind of going back and forth about this. Is it sexual 8 or is it social 8? Some, create arguments for sexual 8, that they're more intense, that they're more expensive. Yes, but from just it's complicated because we have sexual 8s like Conor McGregor, which would definitely be S tier. He's extremely extroverted. His fucking extroversion is probably at 30-30.
Sorry I'm late, I just don't give a...
But then on the other hand, we have people like, Azalea Banks. We have people like Liam Gallagher. People like Sean Strickland. Not the most social. Can be quite extroverted, but still there are some facets that are missing, like friendliness, I think is missing, cheerfulness, stuff like that. So it's mix. Yes, the social 8 would probably score higher on maybe even assertiveness, maybe excitement seeking, maybe an activity level. It's hard to say, but I will put SO8 mainly because of the shonen protagonist fucking circle jerk idea people have of it. But again, think about it. Friendliness should be pretty good. Cheerfulness should be pretty good. Activity level, obviously, it's an 8. Excitement seeking, it's an 8. Gregariousness, being in groups, being with other people, should also be up there. And assertiveness also should be there. So I think social 8, again, my friends will be like, no, motherfucker, you didn't do it. Sorry, guys, I love you, but it's just, no, it's not gonna work. I'm gonna put it like this. I'm gonna put SOA and SX8 at the top. And you can even swap them however you want. I think those 2 types should be. So we have 2s and 8s for the extroversion fast, which makes sense. Okay? Attention whores. After that, I would probably argue sexual 3 is going to be very extroverted. Again, charisma, guys. You do not get the term charisma. different accents, depending what you want, by being a fucking basement dweller who has zero extroversion, okay? And is, again, on a fucking lifeline. No, they're very gregarious, very charming, very friendly, very warm. They know how to pull it off. They know how to be warm. They know how to be approachable. They're very active, again, 3 cores. Excitement seeking and, not that fucking high, but in general, I think they're very high in extroversion. I would put sexual 7, yappers. From what I'm seeing everywhere, they're just yappers who never shut the fuck up. You might disagree and be like, no, actually, sexual 7 is a fucking basement dweller. They're really, they seem yappy, but they're actually not that extroverted. I might be wrong, and if I am wrong, just correct me in the comment section. Uvad, just staring at this screen with your dick in your hand, okay? Please, thank you. We either put social 9 in very high, or we put social 9 in B tier. Okay? Now, to me, social 9 is not ESC, it's SCI. There's a reason why people think they're like this extroverted type and very outgoing, why they're ESCs. I understand the premise. So that's why I would actually give them pretty high rating. It's very cheerful, very warm, very outgoing, very, again, oriented towards people, gregarious, very good in groups. And in general, I think they're going to be social in Global 5. Social 2, I had Social 3 there, but I think Social 2 probably might be a bit more extroverted. Should they be in front of the SO3? Should SO3 be high or lower? Then I'd probably put SP7, still always going to be a social character in Global 5, still social, never reserved. And probably SO7, right? 7s in general, exhibitionistic people, extroverted people, charlatanistic, very chatty. They can be very humorous, friendly, whatever the fuck ever. Makes sense. Easy peasy, lemonade, motherfucking squeezy. And C tier, I would probably put SP8. There are still cases where they can be reserved. In fact, after learning classic socionics, I'm actually leaning to the understanding that SLEs are even more reserved than I previously thought. Okay? Meaning, like, because now we are in a wave of retyping all the SLEs, like the stereotypes of SLEs, like super boisterous, SE+, we're retyping them to SCEs, and you're left with more of those reserved characters, more serious, more no nonsense. They're often gonna be social, but there are cases where the reserved is not a crazy take, and I think for them it's the case here. They're not the most friendly, they're not the most cheerful or warm, but they're extremely excitement seeking. Their activity level is extremely high, their assertiveness extremely high. So you can make an argument. Definitely, in my opinion, better than the autistic 1 course, okay? And then I'll probably get sexual 1. I think those 2 types are comparable in extroversion. After all, people sometimes even compare them to each other. And I've had people telling me, no, the sexual 1 should be in B tier. They should be much higher, but I'm not really fucking convinced. Then I would probably put something like self-preservation 3 and self-preservation 1. The sexual 4, this is mostly reserved. There are certain types of individuals who think that sexual 4 is so like mostly like social and they're so social. They're not social. Stop deluding yourself. Stop trying to turn them into something they're not. Like a sexual 8. They're not a sexual 8. Okay, you masquerading as this motherfucking type, that's not gonna change shit. Okay, so this is garbage. They're mostly reserved. Then I'd probably put something like fucking SX9. Easy peasy. So let me think about this. I'll probably put fucking SP6 here. Bam, bam, bam. Maybe sexual 6. Maybe social 6. I'm feeling it. I feel a tingle there. Social 4. And self-preservation 4. Guys. No one even tells me shit. Why is no one telling me shit? Why is no one telling me that we forgot about fucking rigidity here? Of course, right? Social 1. Jesus, guys. So then we have the fucking basement dwellers, okay? Which, by the way, makes the majority of my viewers. And that's why I like them. I appreciate them. They're probably my duels. Anyway, SO5, no brainer. SP9, SX5, and SP5. That's it. Thank you. What do you think about this tier list? Do you agree with it? Do you disagree with it? Maybe post your own tier list. And also, let me know how high is your extroversion level in Big 5, Is it high? Because yesterday I did a little BFAS test, which is almost like a different variety of the Big 5, and I got 70 out of 80 extroversion, which is pretty fucking damn high. I actually did not expect that score. I actually underestimated my extroversion by far, but with the facets, made sense. Ciao, see ya, I'm bouncing.